Somebody said it looked a lot like a 1950s airline logo, and I was like, I kind of see that. There's Breanna Stewart. I can't make heads or tails of what that shit's supposed to be. A'ja Wilson. Okay.
Finally. After months of watching Nike treat everyone like stars except the so-called face of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark just revealed her own logo, and the jealousy is spreading across the league like heat in a Vegas summer.
So this just happened a few minutes ago, and it was a long time in the waiting. Many fans were wondering where Nike has been with any Caitlin Clark merchandise whatsoever, but developing a signature logo and a signature shoe does take time. So without further ado, here is Caitlin Clark's official Nike signature logo. There is a statement that says, Caitlin's signature logo pulls you in like her game. It features interlocking C's. Her mark is emblematic of ever-expanding range on.
A'ja Wilson thought she was the queen of Nike basketball, sitting happy with her A1 shoe deal. But then Nike went ahead and gave Caitlin something she will never get. A logo that is making millions and a cultural impact that is blowing up the internet. The tears are falling. The keyboards are on fire. And Asia's bitterness is hitting levels that would make the Dead Sea feel shy.
I've been telling y'all to stay patient. I've been telling y'all that Nike takes their time, that A'ja Wilson's shoe deal was 2 years in the making, that Paige Beckers had PEs, not her own signature shoe, and that Caitlin Clark's was 100% coming. And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking product line. But they just announced, breaking news right now, we have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon with signature shoes coming in 2026. Now, this is going to be her logo for all of her Nike stuff that is Caitlin Clark official stuff, just like we have the A'ja Wilson line where she has her logo on all of it.
Nike just released Caitlin Clark's signature logo, and it feels like the company finally remembered who really runs women's basketball. Those linked CS are not just a design. They are a clear warning to everyone who thought they could keep Caitlin in the dark while pushing less exciting players to the front.
Alright, subtle commercial, nothing too crazy, no big bang. But here we go, folks. If we look at this right here, this is the Easter egg I'm talking about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 billboards. 8 billboards. October, December, November, January, February, March, April, May, the start of the WNBA season. Is that when these shoes are going to drop? Is that when these shoes are going to drop in May? We know that come October, we're going to get some merchandise. We're going to get some apparel. But the shoes, they said, coming soon in 2026. How soon? May 2026?
Nike just put out Caitlin Clark's signature logo, and it feels like the company finally remembered who really runs women's basketball. Those linked CS are not just a design, they are a loud message to everyone who thought they could hide Caitlin in the background while pushing less exciting players to the front.
So a lot of people spend a lot of time and money and resources to be able to have an opportunity to come watch this team play or come watch me play. And, I certainly understand that. And I try to make as much time as I can to sign an autograph because that can really impact somebody's life. Who knows, maybe they're going to put that up in their room and look at it every single day and have something to dream about and something, that they want to be one day. And, being able to do that and take, like I said, 10 seconds, it's the little things that really go a long way that impact young kids. So it's not something I take lightly at all.
Please subscribe. Let's talk about what Nike just dropped on the basketball world. This is not just a logo. It's a huge culture shakeup. When those linked CS hit the internet, Nike's servers couldn't keep up. The navy and yellow logo t-shirt that came out on September 1st shut down their website in just minutes.
Celebrate her logo debut with this soft cotton logo tee. And you know what's interesting about this design? It does look like they are interlocked, but if you kind of squint your eyes, it also kind of looks like a very dimensional one C in front of the other one. I don't know if that's just me. According to Nike, the shirt is available, but it's not available just yet, but you can be notified for when it does go on sale. I can only imagine it's going to get sold out.
We're talking about demand so crazy it made Jordan drops look like bargain bin sales. Within just hours, people inside the industry were saying Caitlin's signature shoe line could bring in between $100 million and $150 million for Nike when it comes out in 2026. But then here comes A'ja Wilson stepping out of her championship bubble to complain, "Where's my logo? What about my cultural impact? I'm a 3-time MVP." It's the same old whining we've heard ever since Caitlin walked onto a pro court. They don't want to admit what's right in front of them. Caitlin Clark is the face of women's basketball. And Nike finally had the guts to sell her like the real superstar she actually is.
And a lot of people have been getting on Nike because they don't feel like they have been promoting Caitlin as much as they should. But I will say we have to give credit where credit is due. I feel like in the past month or so, they have been tweeting about Caitlin more. And then obviously with this shoe release, they made this super sick commercial to promote it. And of course, just today, Caitlin Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they missed out on this shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner like camping out trying to get the shoe. I also heard that Nike stocked about 14,000 of these, and that is an unconfirmed report, but they sold out in less than a minute. If that's any indication of what a Caitlin Clark signature shoe will do, I think Nike better continue to get on it and get ready to launch this brand for Caitlin.
You know what the most painful part is? A'ja Wilson has been with Nike since 2018. 6 full years. And she only got her signature shoe announcement in 2024. 6 years to get what Caitlin Clark got in her very first year with a real deal. The A1 shoe that Wilson has been pushing so hard. It's getting only a small piece of the hype that Caitlin's logo reveal got in just one day. Wilson's shoe came out with the excitement of a quiet whisper, while Caitlin's logo reveal blew up the internet and crashed Nike's servers.
I lost all respect for A'ja Wilson. I don't want to hear her opinions. I don't care what she has to say from this point on. When you keep a Nike deal 2 years in secret while you're spewing all that crazy stuff about Caitlin Clark in the Time magazine, read it. Read what she said in the Time magazine. Yet you had a Nike deal the whole entire time.
Meanwhile, the critics are boiling mad because Nike finally admitted what the numbers have been shouting for over a year. This is the player who pushed WNBA viewership to its highest point in 24 years. The league averaged 657,000 viewers per game, and 19 of the 22 games that crossed 1 million viewers featured Caitlin's Indiana Fever. She didn't just move the needle, she broke it off and sent it flying into space. But Wilson still believes she deserves the same treatment even though her games barely show up on the culture radar. The A'ja Wilson versus Caitlin Clark talk turned ugly fast, with people trying to blame everything except what it really was, business. Wilson was getting praise from former teammates and coaches while quietly sitting on a 6-year Nike extension she had been working on behind closed doors. The passive-aggressive social media posts, the quiet shade, the fake victim story, all while knowing her own deal was already in the works. That's some carefully made drama meant to pull attention away from the player who truly earned it.
Years, A'ja Wilson truly co-created her new A1 signature basketball shoe and collection to ensure every detail is authentic to her and her community.
And guess who's speaking there? Good old Cheryl Swoops, who's part of Nike and knew the whole time too. So Cheryl Swoops spewing all that crap about Caitlin Clark, yet you knew that A'ja Wilson's going to be coming out with a shoe deal, with a collection and everything.
Let's talk about the big issue that has A'ja so worked up. For months, she's been watching Caitlin Clark take over the headlines while she sits injured on the bench. Even without playing, Clark keeps landing brand deal after brand deal, getting logo reveals, and being set up as Nike's favorite star. Wilson can win all the MVPs she wants, but she can't create the kind of cultural buzz Caitlin makes just by being around. That's what really has her upset. It's the moment she realizes that talent by itself does not mean market power. Nike treating Caitlin like the main attraction shakes everything A'ja Wilson thought she knew about how the WNBA works. Wilson truly believed that winning titles and MVPs automatically made her the face of the league. Nike gave Caitlin Clark her own logo, while A'ja got what exactly? A sparkle-shaped design that looks like it came from a craft store. While Caitlin's linked CS became iconic and easy to recognize right away, Wilson's logo feels like a rushed idea made by a group. The difference is clear and uncomfortable. One logo screams superstar, while the other softly says also there.
So somebody said it looked like Chanel. I said it looked like Gucci. But whatever it is a luxury sports brand. I can't think of very many luxury sports brands. Guys, yeah, do you like, I'm a fashion guy. And I understand what Nike is doing. Nike is trying to get into the luxury brand style, the luxury department style, almost a little bit getting out of sporting. If they successfully do this, this has never been done. Never.
Now Nike has fixed course, and they're going all out on their biggest star. That logo isn't just marketing. It's Nike finally realizing what they have in Caitlin Clark. She's not just another WNBA player to be ignored. She's a cultural force who pulls everyone in, families, kids, men who never watched women's basketball, casual fans who became obsessed. She's growing the whole world of the sport. The logo links Caitlin to Nike's history in a way that feels real, not fake. She's been repping the brand since 2022, calling it her basketball home, wearing their shoes since college. When Nike showed those linked CS, it wasn't just corporate fluff. Her signature shoe is said to drop in 2026, and it's sure to break every record in women's sports marketing. Wilson's A1 shoe launch earlier this year got polite claps, while experts are saying Caitlin's shoe could become a $100 to $150 million franchise.
I think one of the reasons Nike's stock is dropping is how badly they dropped the ball with the female phenom, A'ja Wilson. I think one of their experts should have had more foresight about her trajectory into being the best women's basketball player in the world, and they should have given her a signature shoe probably 2 years ago. Regardless of the sudden burst of media interest in the WNBA, thanks to the likes of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, A'ja is a proven winner and one of the brightest spots in all of basketball. The fact that A'ja's shoe deal emerged into the media after Caitlin's deal was already publicized gives reactionary vibes instead of
the $28 million, 8-year deal Caitlin signed with Nike? That's starting to look like the bargain of the century. Now, people in the industry are already saying Nike won't make all that money back from shoe sales alone. This is about marketing and being linked to the most magnetic athlete in women's sports. Meanwhile, Wilson's 6-year extension is called one of the richest deals in women's basketball. But no one talks about cultural impact or revenue predictions. The resale market doesn't lie. When Caitlin's Kobe player-exclusive shoes dropped, they sold out in 5 minutes and were immediately resold for double the price. Her logo t-shirt release crashed Nike's website and brought in more traffic than most signature shoe drops. Wilson's shoe announcements barely make a ripple on social media. The market has spoken, and it has picked its queen.
Caitlin Clark's signature shoe sold out in minutes. It was here, and then it was gone. Poof. It reminds me of Mike Tyson back in the days. Don't go to the bathroom or the fight is over. You go, girl.
A'ja Wilson's problem isn't that she isn't talented, she's clearly amazing. Her problem is that she really thinks talent alone should mean cultural dominance. She can't get why a player who's been injured for half the season still creates more buzz than her unanimous MVP season. She can't understand why Nike gave Caitlin signature treatment that she's been chasing for 6 years. The confusion is eating her up inside. The WNBA hadn't seen a 7-figure TV audience in 16 years before Caitlin showed up. Now it's normal. Her games average 1.09 million viewers compared to 414,000 for games without Clark. Road game attendance jumps 87% when Clark plays for the visiting team. Wilson's games move numbers, sure, but nothing like the huge waves Caitlin creates just by being on the roster. What really gets to Wilson is seeing Caitlin achieve from the bench what she couldn't do with 3 MVP trophies. Even injured and not playing, Clark is landing huge endorsement deals, getting signature logo reveals, and owning sports marketing conversations. Wilson's championship rings and awards suddenly feel empty compared to the cultural earthquake that is the Caitlin Clark phenomenon.
It's about time, Nike. Y'all have taken long enough. It should not have taken this long for you guys to get this stuff together. I don't know what the holdup was. Actually, I do believe I know what the holdup was. Y'all didn't want a bunch of people hating and mad and all that. I know. I'm ready for this merch to drop. Cannot wait. The Caitlin Clark merch is going to be absolutely fire. The sneakers are going to be off the hook.
Nike's focus on building Clark's signature collection is a huge step in making women's basketball serious at the product level. Only 12 women in WNBA history have ever had signature shoes in the league's 28 years. Nike is putting Caitlin in that elite group, while Wilson struggles to get excitement for her own line. The difference is clear and impossible to ignore. By treating Clark as a main attraction instead of just another player, Nike sets new rules for how female athletes should be marketed. This goes past token gestures and gives real recognition to women who can drive business on their own. The numbers don't lie, and they're brutal for Wilson's ego. Caitlin's logo reveal got more social media buzz than Wilson's entire MVP season. The projected sales for Clark's signature line blow anything Wilson could hope for out of the water. The cultural impact isn't even close. Caitlin is playing in a completely different league.
I really don't understand the need to lie. So, there's a hype that A'ja Wilson's shoes sold out in 5 minutes. I did some more fact checking. They only had 3,000 shoes, right? They're actually going to restock the shoe in 2 days on May 8th. Those are the facts. So the shoes aren't technically sold out. What they did was they put phase 1 of shoes to see if they sold. People bought it, and they're going to have another phase 2 on May 8th. So they're not technically sold out. Like, why people lie, bro? And I don't know who bought them.
So, while A'ja Wilson keeps trying, and failing, to downplay Caitlin's impact, Nike is making big money off the most marketable athlete in women's sports. That logo wasn't just Nike saying, okay, we get it now. It was them admitting what we've all known for a while. They hit gold with Caitlin Clark, and they'd better treat her like it. Wilson can hang on to her MVP trophies and championship rings. Caitlin Clark has something way more valuable, the power to move markets, crash websites, and change what's possible in women's sports marketing. The logo was just Nike finally saying they picked the right star. A'ja Wilson's jealousy makes sense. She's watching someone else live the superstar life she thought was hers. Her logo isn't just a design. It's a message that the future of the WNBA is here, and it doesn't revolve around A'ja Wilson's feelings.